Hey guys, I'm Ricky. Welcome back to Getting Sticky with Ricky. Thanks for tuning in to this week's tip video. This week, my tips are all about making pickles. There's going to be no set recipe per se. I'm just going to tell you what I'm putting in mind. There are certain things that you do need when making pickles, and I'll let you know what they are. Because we're going to be incorporating pickles into my next taco recipe for next month. So I'm really excited. It'll need about a month to sit. You can eat these pickles, the ones that you see here, after 48 hours because we're doing refrigerator pickles. No, we're not canning, we're not doing any sugar honey iced tea. We're putting them in jars, we're putting them in the fridge, and we're calling it a day. I'm gonna show you what I got here for ingredients. I'm not gonna do any overhead shots today, so let's get started. First, you need jars. I got two. I cleaned them, I washed them out. I don't want anybody's grubby germs in them. You know, picking them up in the store and everything. My germs are okay because I'm eating them. Secondly, to make pickles, you need cucumbers. I got English style cucumbers. The reason why I got English style cucumbers is because they tell you not to use English style cucumbers. So I want to prove everybody wrong. They say it's the worst one to use because it won't hold the crunchness of them. They're actually, these pickles that we're using in the recipe, we're not going in whole. So I don't want them. I don't need them whole. I don't need them in spears. I'm going to cut them into spears because I want the cucumber to really pick up all the pickling flavor. And I like a challenge, and I really like how big these were. They recommend using Kirby cucumbers, which are, you know, small, thick, round like that, like curb a little bit. That's why they call them Kirby's, because they curb. So you can use them. You want to stay away from the really shiny ones because the waxy skins tend to like not let the cucumber, you know, get everything. I have 2 cups of white distilled vinegar. I have 2 cups of water. The leftover right here, because not all of it fit in there. I have a package of dill. I have a package of basil. I have 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorn, 1 tablespoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of ground mustard seed, and 1 tablespoon of coriander seed. Now, if you don't know what coriander seed is, remember earlier in the week when I was talking about cilantro and tacos and how some people don't enjoy the taste of cilantro? Same thing with coriander. It's a high taster. It's about a gene. It's all genetic. I enjoy the taste of coriander. It tastes like lemon. So next time you have a chance, get yourself some coriander seed, pop them in your mouth, chew on them. I'm telling you, it tastes just like lemon. A little tart. You don't want to chew on them before you go out because it might leave the seeds in your teeth. But if you need some quick, fresh breath, pop them in the back. Give them a chew. 2 garlic cloves. So I'm going to be using my Le Creuset pot today. We're just going to put everything in there and get it started. But that's basically all the ingredients you need for refrigerator pickles. Turn that on medium. Start getting the pan hot. When you're making the brine for pickles, you want to use a non-reactive saucepan. I'm using my Le Creuset cast iron because it's non-reactive. Non-reactive pots you want to stay away from are copper, aluminum, and iron. You don't want to be using it when you make brine for pickles. You also want to be using it when you're making marinara sauce because the acid. Well, anyway, the reason being is because it leaches all that metallic into the brine, and you'll get a metallic taste, and it'll taste like you're licking pennies or sucking on pennies. If you know what pennies taste like, you're not going to enjoy that. While that's warming up, I'm just going to open up my jars. I'm not going to dice my garlic. I'm just going to give it a good press. Okay? I'm going to put 1 in each jar. Good press. 1 in each jar. Okay. Now I'm going to add my vinegar. I'm going to add my water. And add all my seasonings. All at once right in there. Take it, give it a whisk. Now I should have a plastic whisk because I don't want my metal whisk scraping my expensive Le Creuset pot. So I'm going to use a plastic one instead. You're cooking in style and with class when you use Le Creuset. I love it. It's always better to make more brine than not. I'd rather have leftover distilled vinegars, pennies, waters, pennies. So we may not need both of these cucumbers. I bought 3 just in case. This mofo don't fit in the jar. That's why I say don't use English cucumbers. I'm actually going to cut it. I don't want it all the way up to the top. So let's get into the jar. I'm going to give it less than what the jar is. And then I'm going to cut that in half. Like so. And then I may just leave them just like that. Cut them right in half. All up in there. Oh my God. English cucumber smells so good. We're going to just cut the tip off. Losing the tip, but just the tip. Ricky, I don't know. Encourage babies if you want. It doesn't really matter. Some people like chewing on pickles like a big one. I do too. For the purposes of recipe, I'm dicing them all anyway. I'm dicing the cucumbers up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we do need both of them. All right. Have that baby. Basically, and with the brine. Ah, not the metal one. With the brine, you're really only dissolving it. You're only cooking it until you get the sugar and the salt dissolved. Now, a tip. Well, not a tip. A fact. Do not, and I repeat, do not put this boiling hot ass liquid in these jars. You're gonna break them. So you're gonna warm this up, and then you're gonna turn it off, and you're gonna let it get to room temperature. And that's basically what we're gonna do. Now, I'm gonna take my dill. I'm gonna split this evenly between the two. I'm gonna leave all the stems on, because there's taste in the stems too. I'll this evenly between these two bad boys here. I'm putting basil in my pickles. I'm gonna put basil in there, give it a clap. Why, you ask? I'll give it a clap to release the effervescence. But you're probably asking, why am I putting basil in my pickles? Because I am. Because I want them for my next recipe. I'm just gonna give that a good stir here. Now, it'll stink a little bit because of the vinegar. It's like you're making Easter eggs. So basically, that's all dissolved. It didn't take long at all. Now, we're just going to put that to the side to cool. And then once that cools, we're going to put them in the jars and we're going to put them in the fridge. So, wait, we got a half an hour. Okay, so my brine had enough time to cool. The brine from the pot, put it into these 2 measuring cups. How did I do that, you asked me? Very carefully. No, I just took a spoon and I laid it all in. So I had a little bit left and I said, all right, I'll put the rest in this. And then I spilled it. A lot, not all of it, obviously, but some of it. So I'm glad that I made extra. So hopefully I have enough to cover both of these pickles. All right, cucumbers. They're cucumbers now. They're not pickles yet. But they will be soon, okay? All right, there we go. Ooh, cover it all the way up to the top. And 2. Oh, look at that, all over the counter. Take your lids. Put them on very tight. Come in a month, we're going to see what I'm going to be doing with these bad boys. So, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. Help me out. Tell your friends. For at least 48 hours in the fridge. We're doing this for a month. Thanks. Y'all have a blessed one. Appreciate you.